Hi my dear children, students, parents and viewers. Welcome back to your channel. Hey Katna ma'am. Today again I have come up with a story. Yes, it's story number 10 and the name of the story is Who I Am. Actually this is a story, it's a lesson for grade 6. For 6th graders it's a lesson, for rest others it's a story. Okay, but trust me, it's a really good story. It actually makes you recognize and think, who am I? And this who am I question is very important. You must ask yourself, dear. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's there. Okay, see children, by God's grace, we all are blessed with multiple skills, dear. There are n number of skills that there are many skills that we ourselves we wouldn't have realized, dear. When you excel in something, that is when you get to know that, oh my God, it's the result that makes you feel that, yeah, it's me, it's I who have achieved this. So why you would have got a recognition that because you have been outstanding in that particular thing to you. Outstanding in the sense totally different from others. When a thing, when a particular thing of yours, a creativity of yours has been given a recognition to be an outstanding, that means it's been compared with rest others, right? So when you get an appreciation, please feel happy. Feel happy, appreciate yourself, give a pat on your back. Give a pat to yourself. That's very important, very important. And very first thing, thank God for everything that happens good in our life, right? So in the same way, everyone is blessed with a number of skills here. So here we are going to talk about few skills. Okay, so first is visual skills. Visual skills means what you visualize, what you see, creating images. You think something, you are here but you can imagine, okay fine, what I'll do is this wire will go here, and then the moment I on this, then this wire will connect here and automatically this will get connected to this. So you visualize it, how? Mentally, in mind. If an electrician talks to electrician saying that, okay fine, this will go here and this will go, those two electricians, they'll get to know what they're talking about. But others, they won't get to know at all. So it's like visualizing something, got it? Creating an image, okay, in mind. That turns out to be those who are very good at visualizing things. They are very good at navigation. Once they see the route and they're like, oh, they know very well. They're very good in following the route maps, the navigations. They become navigators, they become artists. They have an imagination. Okay, fine. What if I give this color? What if I give this shade? What if I drag this, make it little bit more taller? So it's the imagination that takes them. So all the imagination, all that what they imagine, they visualize first. To their When things are up to their benchmark in their visualization, that is when they bring it to the creativity here. Got it? Huh? So visual skills means imagining things. Everything is there, but it's a rough sketch. Where? Mental, in the mind. Okay. Those, they turn out to be artists. They turn out to be architects. They turn out to be navigators. Okay. Next is verbal skills. Verbal skills means you use the words. You use the words, the language, the communication, the way you build up your rapport in front of others. How? Just by being silent? No, you speak out. You speak and you create an impression. You talk about yourself, right? Talk about yourself, you talk about others, the way you talk. Everything matters, dear. See, to speak out is what? With appropriate words. When, which word to be used, how neat and nicely it should be used, the well manner, everything matters to you. Okay, so you play with the words, huh? And those who write, see, you in order to write, you need words. In order to narrate something, you need words. In order to narrate something, narrate is what, dear? See, speak your own heart. You speak your heart out. That's called speaking. It's your own words, right? But when you say narrate, means you have heard something, you have to narrate the same thing. So what you have heard, it's there in your mind. So you grasp things and you pick up the catchy words and then you repeat the same, right? So again, what comes into the picture? The language, words, okay? Understanding it better and turning out to be Okay, those who are very good with verbal skills, they turn out to be a good politicians. You know how good politicians are? Because they talk so nicely, dear. They talk so nicely. They're able to please everyone. They're able to please others. They're able to convince others. They're able to unite others. See? So one can become a politician, one can become a lawyer. Let it be a true case or false case. Lawyers know only one thing. I have to win. Hook or crook, I have to win. Let me use any law, any rule, anything, any words, anything, and I have to win. How? They win by words, right? Poets, wonderful poets, they write. How? Using words, fabulous words. Writers, those who write stories, right? So those who are very good at verbal skills, they turn out to be lawyers, politicians, poets, writers, and so on. Okay. Now next is mathematical skills. Oh my God, I'm very weak at mathematics. I'm scared of maths. It's my personal experience. I'm very scared of maths, dear. Maths means I run away. But there are some kids who really, they love maths. They love maths. My son, oh my God, when I had been for parent-teacher meeting, I just went to meet the maths teacher of my son, and he's like, your son is like, he's too good with maths. He's very good with maths and physics. I write the sum on the board, and the moment I turned, it's your son who comes up with the answer. But only one thing that was lacking was steps. Mentally, he's so fast. How you did, what you did, that everything was so fast. Mentally, he did it. But only things where he was lacking us, no steps. No steps. So I need to focus on those things. But his answer was correct. See, in order to get the answer, there are several steps here. You can do add, minus, and divide, or you can do first divide, or do something. There are a number of methods here. But his answer he actually gets the answer. But he never used to do step by. The steps have to be followed, right? Isn't it? International schools, all the schools, they have marking schemes, right? Isn't it? Yeah. So that is where he was lacking. But he's very fast with mental maths and so. But when coming to me, oh my God, I'm very bad at maths, dear. So some kids, they love maths. They love playing with numbers. Okay. So when you fiddle with numbers and you use the correct logic, the reasoning, they love to solve puzzles. That means every time, those who love maths, they can't sit like this, dear. Every time they keep on thinking something or other will keep on going in their head, dear. Or hand will keep on, the puzzle. However, you turn it and give, and they can do it, dear. They love to solve puzzles. So it's like their mind is always ready. Give me, next what? See, they're fast thinkers here. But in that case, I must say, my other son, he's very good. But how fast he's mentally, motor skills, he's very bad at motor skills. Writing, oh my God, verbally awesome, but writing, too slow. And not with beautiful handwriting. I'm just talking about myself here. So here, mathematical, some carry very good mathematical skills. What they do, they love to fiddle with the numbers, logic, reasons, and they solve puzzles, problems, maths, calculations, and they turn out to be good mathematicians. They turn out to be scientists. See, scientists also, it's not that easy to become a scientist here. To become anything, it's not easy here. You need to break your head. You need to actually crack the thing in such a way that however it's been tested, it comes out to be perfect. Okay, and programmers and so on. Okay, dear. Now next is music. What's that? Musical intelligence. Okay, what's that? First of all, they enjoy music. For them, silence itself is a music. Silence itself is a music. They enjoy silence, they enjoy the music. They like the instrumental sounds, the rhythm, the pattern, and they try to compile things by their own. Okay, they hear, when they hear, they come up with their own stuff, because inside, I mean, internally, there is an what you call a hidden musician in them, dear. However beautiful music they would be, they would have heard, dear, but still they have their own creativity. What if we sing it this way? I mean, how would that sound if it been compiled this way? So they come out with their own creativity, right? See, own compilation. Okay, so they love, and they love to hear and use different instruments turning out, because every sound, every instrument has a different sound here. Okay, so they enjoy the sound of it, they enjoy the music, they come out to be music, they turn out to be musicians, disc jockey, composers, singers, and so on. Next is bodily skills. Bodily skills, children. Bodily skills means what? Yoga. See, dear, some people, they are so well versed with I mean, with stretching their body and all. Oh my God! But some, oh my God, can't even lift my leg up. Can't even lift my leg up. So there are some people like, oh no, it's just not happening. It's just not happening. But some are very good. They stretch their body like anything, dear. Let it be arm, let it be legs, let it be the hip. Oh my God. So finally, what is? They have control over the movements of the body. If you have movements, if you're good at movements, what follows back? Dance steps, right? See, having good control over the body movements, that means they have the balance. They have the balance. Every single posture has a balance here. See, balancing posture. Children, bodily movements means not only bodily movements, controlling the body movements. See, dear, if you're angry, even emotions also, dear, emotions also. Everything comes into this. See, turn out, or what they turn out to be? They turn out to be good dancers, instructors, yoga instructors, PT instructors, sportsmen. Okay. Okay. Next is interpersonal intelligence. What's that? Interpersonal intelligence. Inter means what? One to another. One to another is called inter. Okay. So what they do? That means they interact. They are very good at interacting people. When you are able to interact with people nicely, and able to gel up with them nicely, that is what? Your chemistry matches with their chemistry. That means what you think, your wavelength and their wavelength, they match together, right? So what you say, the person is pleased to listen to you. And what that person is saying, you are so good at convincing that person and bringing him to your discussion. That means you are able to manage people, okay? And then you are able to interact, you are able to control people. Not with authority saying that no, you have, by ordering them, saying that do that. No, that's what. The person actually starts doing what you want, and he never realizes that, oh my God. I mean, you don't order and make things do, dear. That's your interpersonal skills. You talk to that person so nicely that he never realizes that. However adamant he will be, like he'll forget. He'll forget that, oh my God, I was not, I had to stand over this point, and then he actually made me do this. That is what has come into the picture. Your convincing skills, your way of talking, the way you please that person and spoke to them. So what's that? That's what is interpersonal skills here. See, manage, interact, control people to coordinate well. You tell them. You say it in a different way. Our team. Then automatically the unity comes in them. Okay, and organize things well as the team. Organize the team. All these are the qualities, dear. So those turn out to be good counselors, salespeople. What do you think about salespeople here? Sales. You know what? They have to be outstanding. It's not that easy to sell anything, dear. It's not that easy to sell anything, dear. Okay, so you need to have the selling qualities. And what you call teachers, they teach. When they teach, the children should be able to understand. It has to be as simple as it should be. The simplest way reaches easily to the kids, dear, and it stays in their mind. Okay, businessmen, how you do the business, what steps you follow, what are the business tricks, everything you should be knowing. Okay, so we saw. So now you have to decide that among these skills, these 6 skills, which one you fit into, what you like. You carry visual skills, you carry verbal skills, you carry mathematical intelligence, or musical intelligence, or bodily skills you carry, or you are good at interpersonal intelligence. So try to recognize yourself, dear. I fit into what? How you'll find out? It all depends on your liking, dear. What you like, your mind gets attracted towards that. And automatically, no one needs to say you concentrate. Automatically, your focus will be there. You'll be able to concentrate and you'll be able to excel here. Okay, now let's get into the story. See, children, let me just give you a small glimpse of the story. Actually, in this story, who am I? They have introduced 6 characters here. How many characters? Altogether 6 characters. Okay, and introducing characters, what they like to become, what they like to do, what all things they have gone through, about themselves. Okay. Okay. So first character is Radha. Who is she? Radha. Okay. So what all things? How you remember? You should remember. See, when we learn, read about a particular person, you should remember what all things. How you remember? It will be easy if I make it in points. That's why I made it in points, dear. Okay. What's the name of the girl? Radha. What activity she loves to do? She loves to climb trees, dear. She loves climbing trees. She loves climbing trees. Which tree? Mango tree. Okay. And she likes the mango tree. She likes to climb only on mango tree. Why? Because the branches are spread wide enough. And when branches are spread wide enough, it becomes easy to catch hold of one branch and then jump into the other and then climb over the other branch. So for her, that it becomes really easy. She finds climbing mango trees very easy. Why? Because the branches are spread out. Okay. They have introduced a word called fork. What is fork of a branch? See, children, this is the tree. Okay, this is the trunk of the tree. And when the branches go like this, they intersect like this, then you see the gap. This is what is called fork. The gap between the the stem branch, that's what is called that's what is called fork of the branches. The gap between the branches here. Okay. Mother's version. What was her mom's version? First, see, dear, whatever you do, you have a separate opinion. Your parents have separate opinion. Others, they might be having separate opinion here. In the same way, what was her mother's version over her activity? What was her activity? Climbing trees, right? Okay. So it was, her mom always keeps saying, it's not sensible for girls to climb trees. She was not that convinced. Climbing trees and all is boys' job. It's boys' cup of tea. Girls, they are very sensible. It's very sensible to climb trees, especially for girls. Because girls are very sensitive. They get hurt and immediately, oh my God. But boys, they are rough and tough. That's what her mom thinks. Okay? And action. What all she did sitting on the tree after climbing the branch, after climbing the tree, what action she did? They sat together, she spoke, she ate nice, she loved to eat mango. So what did she do? Sitting on the mango tree, she ate raw mangoes. She sat on it, she enjoyed sitting on it, and then she spoke to her mom. Okay. And Radha, what did Radha feel? When she climbs the top of the branch, she actually feels something very special. What was the special feeling? She felt like a queen. She felt like a queen when she reached the top. Okay, who can rule all over the world. That's what she felt. One day it was a surprise for her that her mom also climbed along with her. That was a surprise for her. Okay, so this is what we read about Radha. The next character is Nasir. The next character is Nasir. See, Nasir, what was his ambition? He loved to become a seed collector. Seed dear. In order to get a tree, what you need to do? You need to plant the seed, right? Isn't it? So he loved to become a seed collector. See, dear, everyone has some reason to become something. Dear. See, what was the reason? Let's go and find out. Dear. Okay, he belonged to a village. Okay, in their village they had cotton field. What field they had? What field they had? They had a cotton field. Cotton. Okay. How often? See, every year they used to grow cotton plants, dear. In the cotton field, every year they used to grow cotton plants. Okay. Father's usual practice. His father usually what he used to do? He used to spend money in buying the seeds. Always, every year, his father, he'll spend most of the money, he'll go and spend in buying seeds. Okay, over that, his grandfather, he just gave his version. He said, you know what, in our times, we never used to go out and buy stuff. From the tree itself, we used to get the seed and we used to use that, we used to utilize that. We don't go and waste money like this. There are a number of things that nowadays we go and buy it outside, but our generation, not our generation, our parents, their parents' generation, they come up with list of things that they do it at home itself, dear. A simple thing, ghee, we go and buy ghee, dear, but they do everything at home, dear. Ghee, right? So same way. Okay, so he's saying, so his grandfather used to say. What was his grandfather's version? That we collected seeds from his own plants. From their own plants, we used to collect seeds from the plants itself. We never used to go out and buy. And by doing that, no, that is wasting so much of money. Of course, dear. Things that you get at home, which you can do it at home itself. You go all the way and you buy it. You end up paying the price of it. That's extra, isn't it? So that's what his grandfather was saying. Then he came to a resolution. He made a resolution that no, I actually want to know that how to preserve the seeds, so that my dad doesn't end up wasting money by going and again buying seeds. Yeah. What he wanted to learn? He wanted to learn how to preserve seeds, how to save seeds. Okay. So that there's no need for going out and buying the seeds. Okay. Now the third character is Rohit. Who's that? Rohit. Can you see what's he doing? He's just carrying a travel bag, dear. Okay. Yes, I think by now you would have got the guess. Rohit is the name of the boy is Rohit. And what was his ambition? He loves to travel, dear. He loves to travel. Okay. So when it comes to travel, what all comes into place? Yes, there you go. Places. You love to look around. You have your own choice, dear. Like I love this. I love to go here. I love to go these places. Right? Let's see. What was the condition to travel? Condition what he always used to think. If I had money, I would have done this. If I had money, I would have gone there. So what was the condition of travel? Money. If he had money, he would have gone there. He would have visited here. He would have traveled there. Okay. Places, which all places he loved to travel to. Okay, see, mountains of New Zealand. Mountains of New Zealand, dive and sail in Amazon River in South America. Got it? And in South America, and live on the beaches of Lakshadweep, and dive down to the sea corals. When you dive down, you get the corals, right? He loves to collect those corals, dear. Okay, and he loves to visit Konark Temple at Orissa, and Old City in Beijing. Where's Beijing? It's in China. Okay, and he loves to watch pyramids of Egypt. Okay, but among all these things he likes. But there are some favorite among all those, dear. What he loves the most, he loved the most was nature, nature than the buildings. What are these pyramids and all? Rather than that, he loved nature. Got it, dear? Next, who was the fourth character? Sarabjit. Who was the Sarabjit? Okay, dear. Can you see? He's so angry, so angry. Let's find out why is the child so angry, dear. See, Sarabjit. Okay, what was his state of mind? He looks very disturbed. He's very angry. He's very annoyed. Okay, the reason for anger was people never believed on what he used to say, dear. See, people believe on telling the truth, and look at me. Look at which they used to look at me. I mean, he used to hate the look at which people used to look at him. I mean, he's telling the truth, but people are not ready to believe him at all. They're staring him out with a different look here. That's what he hates. Situations. Now he's introducing situation. What all situations he came across? He told the teacher that Ravi has borrowed my notebook and he never returned me back. So that's the reason I could not finish my homework. But teacher's not ready to believe. Teacher's not able to believe. Second example, he had worked hard for the exam. He had studied it, but still he has got less marks. But teacher is not ready to believe that he had prepared for the exam. Teacher is not ready to believe. See, all these things he had gone through. Okay, and when he told his parents, it was his brother's mistake. It's he who did everything, but still they are not ready to believe at him. And he's so angry, he doesn't want to show his anger. So what he did with anger is like this. He looked at his shoes down and he's trying to count from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inside, mentally he's counting. He's trying to control his anger here. Okay. Now, so what was the result? No one believed. Even though he was true, he spoke the truth, but still no one believed. So, that situation, when he falls into that situation where he's, in spite of speaking the truth, people don't believe, that's what annoys him like anything. Okay, what the reaction on him was, they all looked at him as if he was telling lies. What reaction he could see on people, that they used to look at him not with the trust that, oh, is it? Not with any anxiety at all. That yeah, they are listening and they are believing on what I'm saying. No. It's like, okay. That means you go on saying, and we know all what you're saying is like, you're creating stories. It was like that. Okay. Now, control over his anger. How did he control over his anger, dear? By looking at his shoes and counting till 10 to show that he wasn't angry. He doesn't want to show that how angry he is. How angry he is. Every time we can't show our anger to everyone, dear. Got it? So in times we have to hide our anger. So this is what he used to. He used to look down and start counting till 10, dear. Okay? To show that he's not angry. The fifth character is Dolma. Can you see the leadership quality? The confidence. Where does the confidence come in leaders, dear? How do you become leaders? It's only the confidence that comes first and takes charge and boosts you up, and then you become the leader. Let's see the qualities of Dolma. See, dear, who's this? Dolma. What was her ambition? Her ambition was to become the Prime Minister of India. See, it's not. See, dear, when you think of doing something, it's not something that something is not possible at all. You try, you work hard for that, and you get it. You achieve the goal, dear. Okay. So, what she did is, her ambition was to become the Prime Minister of India. Okay. What is the negative experience? See, dear, everyone in our life, we experience good and bad things. The journey from our dream to the ambition, the travel, how we travel, the journey is not that easy, dear. We experience good things also, we experience bad things also. I mean, negative and positive, both things come along with us. Okay. So what was the negative experience that she faced is people laughed at her ambition. When she used to say, you know what, I want to become this, people used to laugh at her. So that was the negative experience she experienced. But, see dear, a rose plant, it has thorns, right? But rose plant is so beautiful, dear, right? Isn't it? So because of the thorns, you just leave the rose or what? No, right? Isn't it? We love the rose, right? So the same way, negativity will be everywhere, dear. But you have to focus on the positive things. What was the positive thing? Everyone in the classroom, whenever their classmates, whenever they used to get struck with any problem, they used to come to Dolma. Dolma, you know what? What should I do now? What should I do now? See, children, when someone is struck into something, then it's that person who has to decide that whom should I go to solve this problem? Whom should I take advice from? Right? He has to decide. So he thinks that why a person is coming to you when he or she is in a trouble, they need help. Why? Because they think that you are wise enough to help them. Your suggestions, your advice is really, it's worth. Your suggestions are really good. That's the reason they have chosen you and they come to you for advice. See? So what positive experience she has experienced, that everyone in her class, that was her classmates, they asked her what to do when they had any problem. Not only her classmates, but also the teachers. The teacher always trusted her when something has to be done in the school. See, that means the teacher has so much of trust on the child. Like, okay, fine. From my section, if I select this, no matter, let anybody participate. My team is very strong. My kids, like, they're going to rock. So that much of confidence. The teacher has so much of confidence that no, she is going to give the best, and I know she's going to give the best. She's very good at this. So that bonding, the trust is there. That's what so my teachers, they trusted me on whatever task they used to give me. They used to give me with full of trust, with the confidence that yeah, Dolma will do it. If I give it to Dolma, she's going to rock it. Okay. Now state of mind. See dear, when positive things keeps happening, all these things, how would be the state of mind? It would be like you'll become more and more confident. The confidence comes into the picture. What all qualities you get to see? Automatically the leadership qualities developed here. Okay. So what qualities did Dolma have? That she always wanted to make things better for everyone, and that's a leadership quality. She has the leadership quality. Okay. Leader will always never think about, see dear, what's the difference between a leader and a selfish person? Selfish person will think only about himself. A person alone cannot be leader. He has to be leader for everyone. So unless until he'll take care of others, he'll think of others, he'll do things for others, he cannot be called as leader at all. It is those people who have to elect him or select him as a leader. They have to appoint him as a leader. He himself, he can't say, you know what, I'm a leader. That doesn't work. Got it? Huh? Okay. And now, list of things she wanted to do. She had that list in her mind. Okay, if I become the Prime Minister, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do that. And she had some good things. She had some good things to do for her own school. Let's see whom all she wanted to do the service. Okay, see, list of her wants. What were the listed wants? She wanted to have good hospitals. She wanted to have good hospitals in a locality, good roads, good schools. She wanted to have many scientists. See dear, that means what? She's not thinking only about her. She wants things not only for herself to use, dear. She wants things for the public. She doesn't say that I'm going to construct a hospital, one of the best hospital, and that only my family will go and take up the service. No dear. Only they'll take the treatment. No, it's not. area should have one of the best hospitals. They should have good hospital. They should have good roads so that people can travel. There she doesn't point out someone that my relatives only should travel. No, right? So that is where the leadership qualities comes. Okay. So these were the list, her list. Okay. And she wanted to create many scientists who can come up and invent many more. They can come and invent cures for several diseases. Okay. And in India, and send spaceship to Mars. So she had many things running in her mind. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Right, isn't it? So this is what Dolma had in her mind. What did I say? How many characters? Total 6 characters. So this is the last character. Who's this? Peter. He's a jolly person. Okay, he's a jolly personality. See, his name was Peter. Okay, and his favorite day was Sunday. See, second Sunday of every month. What was his favorite day? He counts every second Sunday. He counts it as a favorite day. Let's find out why. The reason is whole family goes to watch cinema. Whole family goes to watch cinema. Okay, they go to watch the movie at the cinema hall. And tickets. What about the tickets? Her father used to buy the tickets in advance. Why? Because it's already set. The plan is it's a regular plan. Every second Sunday they go to movie. So tickets will be booked in advance by her dad. Okay. Who all used to accompany the movie? His parents, his grandmother, 2 siblings, his parents, grandmother, siblings. How many siblings they have? They have 2 brothers and himself. That is these 3 people. Altogether 6. Okay. Means of transport. How they used to go? They used to take a bus. Okay. In the interval, what they see here? In the interval, what he used to do? His dad used to buy him peanuts. We love to eat popcorns, right? Isn't it? So the same way, he loves to eat peanuts. Okay. And way of enjoyment. His enjoyment was nicely sitting on a chair, eating peanuts, watching movie. That's what he feels that, oh, that's the best way to enjoy life. Okay. See, his way of enjoyment was to sit in the darkness of the hall where the movie is on and eating the peanuts and watching the movie. That was his enjoyment. He thinks that's what is actual enjoyment. Okay. End of the film. By the end of the film, what they used to do once the movie comes to an end, what they all used to do? They all used to stop by to eat ice cream. They all used to gather. They all used to go to stop by an ice cream shop, and they all used to enjoy the ice cream. Okay. And specialty of the day. What is specialty of the day? That everyone is in a very good mood. They are very happy. They all are in a happy mood. They all are in jolly mood. As a happy family. As a happy family, dear. Okay? So, this is the end. So, are we done with all the 6 characters? Right? So, by now you would have understood. Now, there's a task that you have to find out. If you're good at something, please try to inculcate that. Got it here? Try to focus on that and try to show more and more improvement into it. How you can modify things. Got it? And then please develop your skills, dear. Okay? Have a nice day, children. Bye-bye.